folk music influence include sangwon, although folk instrumental music occurs commonly in dance music tradition. Many epic poems of various cultures were pieced together from subtle pieces of traditional narrative verse, which explains an episodic structure. Other form of traditional narrative was relate the outcome of battle or describe tragedies or natural disaster. Sometimes, as in triumphant song of Deborah found in the biblical book of Judges, the song celebrate victory. The narrative of traditional song often also remember folk heroes such as John Henry or Robin Hood. Some some traditional song narrative recall supernatural events or mysterious death. Hymn and other forms of religious music are often of traditional and unknown origin. Work song frequently feature call and response structure and are designed to enable the labor who sings them to coordinate their effort in accordance with the rhythm of the song. They are frequently but not invariably composed. Love poetry often of a tragic or regretful nature. Romantically mixture of tradition, nursery, nursery rhyme and nonsense words used to amuse or by children also are frequent subject of traditional song.
You about transformation and want general information of transformations. Souls folk music transmitted by word of mouth through a community in time develop many variants because this kind of transmissions cannot produce word for word and don't note accuracy. Indeed, many traditional singers are quite creative and deliberately modify the material they learned. Basically, folk music is transformed and readapt in the process of transmissions from person to person and from generation to generation. All next is how transmission and variation were formed. The first one is the factors impacting on this process. The line concept goes back to 1907 when a person named Cecil Sapp observed that the transmission of folk songs and the form they took when they were collected and attached were the result of three factors. One is continuity, two variation, and finally selection. This factor was expanded on in 1954 by the International Folk Music Council, which wrote that folk music is the product of a musical tradition that has been evolved through the process of oral transmissions. The factors that set the traditions are 1. Continuity within the patterns with the parts. 2. Variations which spring from the creative impulse of the individual of the group. And 3 is selection by the community which determines form or forms in which the music survives. B. The way folk songs were transformed. So now that this variant prolified naturally, it's enough to believe that there's such things as single authentic versions. For example, the palette, carbon island. There's countless versions of this palette to the English-speaking world, and these versions often differ greatly from each other. Many versions lay an equal claim to authenticity. One thing is that only those new variants that were most appealing to audience would pick up by others and transmit over in time. First, over time, we would expect a traditional song to become aesthetically ever more appealing. It's collectively composed to perfection and is worked by the community. Many composers have often evolved the music from folk tunes, the classic sweet words upon styles of dance. The final thing is mass culture and problematic because when it began to operate on the copyright and commercial products of mass culture and appropriation and commercializations by mass culture of functionality and music being distributed by the mass media become the newly novice version of a tradition. The transformation of mass culture by progress has come back to the origins of mass culture and folks and mass culture can pollinate each other.
Hết chưa mày? Hết chưa? Rồi. Nhìn kìa.
Yes, and now I will tell you about folk music in some national and regional forms. First is African. It's a traditional music played at a gathering on special occasion. Traditional music of Africans, given the spaces of the continent, in historical essence rich and diverse, with different regions and nations of Africa having many distinct music traditions. Song and music are used in ritual and religious ceremonies to pass down story from generation to generation, as well as to sing and dance too. Music frequently rely on percussion instruments of every variety, including saxophone, trumpets, drum, and tone production instruments. African music consists of complex rhythmic patterns, often involving one rhythm played against another to create a polyrhythm. Each rhythm has its kind of music, but its general purpose is to express life in all its aspects through the medium of sound. And next is Asian. It's concise entirely partially or not at all geography, political, linguistic, or cultural boundaries. If any music scholar would come in that any folk music tradition can be considered specific to a distinct group of people and with characteristics undiluted by contact with the music of other people, custom folk music tradition described, carried in overlaps in varying degrees with each other.
And many people laugh.
Không này.
Some main categories and finally some songs and authors is visited. And as a leading country in Mayfair, it dinosaur rising sun group is one of the creators of world music ground is history. Europe is world major such a music creations based on his historical art from trap music, Western culture, and ancient folk music cultural system of England, Scotland, and Ireland. Music in Europe is diverse and rich culture from the earliest recorded period to period and knowledge of modern classic music in England. You can look to the screen and see some picture for the better understanding. Then I will tell you about Australians were continuous first in musicians. They are some of their cultural article singing performance with instrument. They are tied in music in human originates from folk music with something they're serving isolation on new land. And next we will come to Linh.
Okay, now I will tell you about Vietnamese folk music. And you know Vietnamese traditional music or folk music is a major branch of Vietnamese music. And from the 20th century, Vietnamese music has been influenced by the foreign music styles such as China, Korea, United States, and United Kingdom, but it still keeps the unique beauty. Traditional Vietnamese music has been mainly used for religious activity. However, traditional music, which often compared to traditional Chinese music, but is not exactly the same. Vietnamese traditional music was born very early. Therefore, in the process of historical development, the resident has constantly created many musical instruments and musical genres to express their feeling and emotion. Vietnamese folk music is rich by the accumulation of genres, not only of different ages but also of the numerous ethnic groups. And in terms of type of music, they have royal family music, treo, tuồng, sập, dân ca tài tử, ca trù. In the Vietnamese folk music, it is extremely common for artists to use variety of traditional music instruments such as đàn bầu, đàn nguyệt. All of these music instruments contribute to creating unique characteristics for Vietnamese traditional music.
The first group we consider the simplest instrument is flute, so that European folk control shares with many tribal cultures around the world. Among them are the following: rainbow flute, without finger hole, the bull rower, leaf, brass, and bow. And bow with leaf, and bow with saw, along wooden trumpets, such as The Squid, Alcohol. These treatments tend to be associated with children game, singling practice, and trainers or twist. They eventually become widely distributed many centuries ago. The second group consists of instruments that were taken to Europe, Americans from non-European countries, and often trades from Western Asian predecessor, the folk over the Balkan countries and possible bagpipes was divided. From Viking came to Bajor and Gyro. Of Central Asian derivations were from fighters such as the Southeast, Lasvik, Trigoid, Gaslor. The four groups with probably of great importance comprise instruments taken from urban musical control and from tradition classical and popular music, and then sometimes trends substantially prominent among these are the violins, Bay Iron, clarinet, and guitar. In a number of cases, instruments built to in art music during the Middle Ages and later, but eventually abandoned, continue to be used in folk music into the 21st century. Some of these are violins with sympathetic string found in Scandinavian, and the hurdy-gurdy derived from the medieval and speed played in Greece.
Người cuối cùng rồi. Now I will talk about typical representatives of folk song. First, Bob Dylan, born Robert Allen Mays, was born May 24, 1941, is an American singer, songwriter, author, and visual artist. Second is Bruce Dallas Coverdale, was born on May 27, 1945, is Canadian singer, songwriter, and guitarist. His song style ranges from folk and jazz influence rock. Coven has written more than 3,000 songs and 33 albums over careers. And next year, Buffy St. Mary's was born Beverly St. Mary's, February 20, 1941, is a Canadian-American singer-writer, musician, Oscar-winning composer, visually artist, educator and social activist. And fourth is Woodrow Wilson Guthrie was born in Brunei. 1912 and died in October 1967, was an American singer-songwriter who is considered one of the most significant figures. And next is Long Jones was born on 14 October 1974. Is Vietnamese singer. He is one of the top singers in Vietnamese. In the 1990s, he's born on the scene in 1998 with a song titled Love Star 13. And the last is Vignon. He is a Vietnamese-born American singer who specializes in folk music. She sings for Paris by Night and Versailles and also acts in jazz play. The end.